Good morning, guys. So I had updated the batch tracker sheet. So yesterday we discussed non-functional requirements and we covered only general and architectural requirements, right?
Yes, sir.
So today we will complete business requirements. And before starting today's session, so this is your Google Classroom and I gave an assignment to you. So please let me know if I missed anyone. Okay. If I missed to add anyone in this Google Classroom. Those who already paid fees and confirmed their joining were added here. And I started giving some assignments. So how many of you are working on this parallelly? How many of you are working on that, Excel and Word document, Word basics?
Yeah, I'm working on it, sir.
Bhavyasri, okay. If you already know some basics of that, that is fine. But if you are not new to Excel and Word, so please go through those Excel and Word basics, right? And complete them by in the next 1 week, because once we start tool, we will have daily assignments. At that time, you will not be able to obviously you will not be able to get some time, right? So please complete this in the next 1 week, okay? And we'll have an assessment, as I told you. So I'll give you online assessment this weekend, or hold on, today is Friday, right? So maybe mid of next week I'll give you the assignment, okay? So by that time, please complete all the recorded sessions. So the as a first week assessment will be on this fundamentals, performance testing fundamentals only. And till now, I had uploaded all the videos as unlisted videos only. I did not upload as a private videos till now. So please go through this. You see, none of the videos are uploaded as private videos. If you have the link, anyone having the link can watch them. Understood, guys? So please go through them. I'll share the playlist URL if you want. If you did not receive it or if you are not having it, I will share the playlist URL. So Obaya and who joined today. So please go through those, come and complete them by this weekend. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
This weekend we will not have session tomorrow. That is Saturday. Saturday session is optional. Monday to Friday
Okay.
is mandatory and Saturday session is optional. So this weekend we will not have a session because enrollments are still going on. Okay.
Okay.
So those
Okay,
who
sir.
joined late into the batch, please go through these recorded sessions. Okay. I'll share the
O-
playlist URL.
Okay, sir.
Right. So for every batch, we have a separate playlist URL, and this is PT July 2024 web and mobile PT with JMeter, BlazeMeter, monitoring and analysis. This is the playlist URL of your batch. Okay. July batch.
O-
Clear?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Did you get the playlist URL from Sanjeev Chandra? Sanjeev share చేశాడా playlist URL నీకు?
చేశాను సార్.
Okay. So please
Okay,
complete this by this weekend.
Okay, sir.
You have 3 more days, right? From today's tomorrow, Friday. Today is
Okay.
Friday morning. Friday,
Okay, sir.
Saturday, Sunday, you should be able to complete this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right then. So let's get started and let us complete this from business requirements. Okay. So what is this? What is this non-functional requirements? What is this NFR, Ramya? Can you explain what are these non-functional requirements? What is this all about?
Non-functional requirements, we are gathering, we are asking the questions to the client about testing.
Okay, about the performance testing. We are collecting some information from the client, right? Regarding this performance testing, regarding their application. So can you list out some general requirements? First, we'll start with
Yeah.
general requirements. Yes.
General requirements, first we ask the timing, timelines
Okay.
and credentials.
Okay. URL.
File,
What credentials? First, you will ask the application URL,
yeah,
right?
URL and
Hmm.
credentials.
Okay.
Is that app is functionally stable or not?
Right.
And goals of any acceptance criteria or performance criteria.
Okay.
Firewall clearance test is done or not.
No, not firewall clearance. It's not firewall clearance test. Do we need to take any firewall
Okay.
clearance?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Next.
And any goals of performance testing activity or something?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what are the, so these are the important general requirements, right? So first timelines, and then what is the application URL and credentials, right? And then for what is the acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria. Next, any firewall clearance. Do we need to obtain any firewall clearance? Okay. And then architectural requirements. So under architectural, what does come under architectural requirements, Surendra?
Sir,
What comes under architectural requirements?
sorry, sir.
Hmm? Anyone else? Mohan Sai? Are you able to hear me, Mohan Sai? Are you with us? Sai Kumar?
What type of protocols we are using,
Okay. What
and
is the
is there
communication
any,
protocol? Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
and is there any separate environment, like for example for testing we have SIT,
Ah.
it's like that, do we need to test an SIT or a
Ah.
separate environment do we need?
For
Yes.
testing, we have SIT.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
SIT is one
So
of the
like that,
environments.
yeah. So most of the companies they'll be following like doing performance testing on SIT and SQA.
Hmm.
So is there any environment for separate performance testing?
Okay.
And we will be asking about users and all.
Hmm.
How many users
Application
is it required?
architecture. Under
Yeah,
architecture requirements, you should
okay, okay.
remember that, we should ask the application architecture.
Yeah,
Means, so in which technology the application is developed, whether it is Java application or a .NET application, isn't it? And what is the underlying database? What is the application server,
yeah.
right? So these all come under architectural requirement. What is the communication protocol? That is important one, right? So what is the application communication protocol, isn't it? And then comes, business requirements. Okay. Now what all come under business requirements? Let us understand that. So business requirements anagane the first thing you should remember is what are the critical business flows of the application, right? We already discussed that. What are the critical business flows of a net banking application? What are the critical business flows of a travel application and all? We already discussed, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. So first, the moment you hear this word business requirement, the first thing you should remember is what are the critical business flows or what are the performance scenarios of your application. If you take Facebook application as an example, what users do normally, they log into the Facebook, they view post, add comments, right? Image uploading, posting some images, sending invitation, chatting, logout, etc. So these are the critical business flows for Facebook application. Now we need to ask the client. See, of course, everyone is using Facebook from many years. That is why we can easily identify them, isn't it? But if the application, if you are, like the application that you are going to do, maybe a new application to you, you might not have worked on that application before. So you need to ask like, what are the critical business flows? We need to ask the client to provide those critical business flows. Okay. And then how many users visit your site in 24 hours, right? Facebook is accessed by more than 2 billion users, it seems, daily. Okay, maybe these are old statistics. Let us see how many users access daily. You see here number of Facebook users in million, 378 million in India only. This is in India only, isn't it? So if you see worldwide statistics, how many Facebooks are there in users are there in the world? So 3.3 billion it seems now as of 2023. Again, this is 2023 number. Okay, 3 billion users, and now see in 2021 it is only 2 billion, isn't it? So I'll modify it. I'll update this. As per 2023 statistics, it is 3 billion. 50% from 2021 to 2023, right? So Facebook is accessed by more than 3 billion users. Billion means 1 billion is equal to how many lakhs? Or 1 million? 1 million is equal to how many lakhs?
10 lakhs.
Million is 10 lakhs, okay. Billion? Right? Billion is 10,000 lakhs itself. Right? Okay, anyways. So that is not important, but I just 1 second. Yeah. Now, so why this information is important, guys? How many users visit your website in 24 hours? So we need to, when you are doing, soak testing for long duration test and all. So we need to keep these numbers in our mind, right? And also monthly Facebook usage is 18 users per hour, it seems. On an average, one user watches Facebook for 18 users, it seems. Now, right now, like this might have Insta and all might have crossed this Facebook, right? Now, right now, I think like Insta will have more number of users, isn't it? Instagram current user load. Okay, it's 2.4 billion. No, still Facebook is leading, is it? Okay. Right. And then what the next one is, how do you see your users accessing the application? And we already discussed, guys, we need not remember each and every point out of this, because we will be sharing a requirement gathering document. Guys, am I audible, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, we will be sharing this requirement gathering document to the client. We will simply share this requirement gathering document, and like all these requirements will be there in this document. You see here on the left side, you have this document is divided into 2 columns, and on the left side you have all these questions, right? Same questions, more or less same questions you will have. So you'll share this document to the client, and we need to remember the highlighted one for interview purpose. Okay, in interviews they will ask you what requirements do you collect from the client. You should not say that I don't remember, like I will share the Word document. No, so you should remember few of them, important ones, right? Important ones, not everyone, but you need to remember important ones. Clear, guys? Now, how do you see your users accessing the application sporadically throughout the day, or do they log in simultaneously, or certain number at certain intervals, at specified intervals? Okay. How do the users, what are the usage patterns of the application? What are the usage patterns? See, for example, can you tell me like for which application all the users log in simultaneously?
Simultaneously.
What is that?
Can you mention some applications where there will be simultaneous users? All the users log in simultaneously in the same hour or same day. After that, they will not use that application. They may not be using that application. Some
Banking applications,
what is it?
internal banking applications or any.
In internal banking applications. You mean to say core banking solution, right?
Yes,
Used by bank employees, right?
yes,
So they will
yes.
start their day at 10 o'clock, right? So within a span of 5 minutes, every user will log in. 5 to 10 minutes difference. All the users log in simultaneously. Perfect. One more example. Any more examples?
Tatkal book.
Tatkal booking. Next, university websites. Suppose, university websites are board of, you'll have, whenever results are published, like 10th class results or intermediate results, right? Or, whatever it is, university applications, when results are announced, all the users will log in simultaneously, isn't it? Of course, simultaneously, not exactly at the same time, but, as soon as the results are announced, most of the users will check their login and check their results. Want to check their results, isn't it? So we need to ask, so we are trying to understand the application. We are trying to gather as much information as we can to understand the application, right? And the usage pattern. And next, what is the average user session time on your application? For example, Once a user logs into Facebook, he will be using for 20 to 23 minutes, it seems, right? Okay. And then how many transactions does the end user do per day in the transaction, in the application? Sorry. How many transactions does the end user do per day in the application? And how much important is the sitting location of your end users? Means why this is important? How much important is sitting location of your end users? Do they sit in the same location or they are distributed across the globe? Okay. Do they sit in the same location or they are distributed across the globe? So we have a lot of examples for this, users where, application users are distributed across the globe. Can you give some example? We have a lot of examples, right?
Amazon,
Yes, this is
Flipkart.
Amazon or Facebook, Instagram. So these all the users are distributed across the globe, across different countries and continents, isn't it? But whereas, can you give some example for this where users sit in the same location?
Mm.
Okay. So let me explain. Suppose there is a call center application. For example, you have Airtel customer care. Okay. Airtel customer care will be having your office, it will not be there in all the cities, isn't it? They will be having cities in some Mumbai or something like that. Then all the users, now suppose you raise a complaint that network is not good in your area. You'll have a support team, they will raise a support ticket, isn't it? Yes or no? And they will be sitting in the same location. Yes or no? They will not have, they will not have users, the customer care executives, unless until it is a work from home, they will be sitting in the same location. Yes or no, guys? They will not have, office in every city. Agree with me, right? Customer care executives, guys. I'm talking about customer care executives.
Sir, can you explain one more time?
Suppose you have a customer care, application. Say Airtel or you bought a laptop. There will be a Dell support team, right? So Dell support team, Dell customer care or support team will be located in the same location. All the users will be sitting in the same location, same office, or at least one or two offices, not more than that, isn't it? So their users will be sitting in the same location. Suppose you got a issue with your laptop. You bought a new laptop and you got some issue with the laptop. You'll be raising a support ticket, right? If you have a in the first year you will be having warranty, right? Or you'll have they will come to your home and do the service, right? For some models, not all models, I think, right? But when you call to the customer care, you'll have some toll free number, and when you call to the customer care, all their users will be sitting in the same location. Or else you take Bajaj Finance, right? Suppose by mistake if you take some loan from Bajaj Finance, or even if you raise an inquiry, that's it. They'll start calling you every day. Yes or no? How many of you have this experience? No one had this experience, guys, till now? You're lucky one. Don't take any, don't raise any inquiry for loan with Bajaj Finance. You'll get daily calls. You'll get, without fail. You'll get daily calls without fail. Okay. So if you take Bajaj Finance customer care executives and this telemarketing team and all, they'll be sitting in the same location. Ideally, they will be sitting in the same location unless until there is work from home, isn't it? So the end users see Bajaj Finance, we are talking about, Bajaj Finance, their application, their internal application. Understood, guys? Not for the end users, not for customers like you and me. Guys, able to follow or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So why this is important? Why is this requirement important? Important is we need to, we also need to suppose if your users are distributed across the globe, we should not test it from a single location. Suppose if you are testing Instagram or Facebook or any other application where users are distributed across the globe, we should also do performance testing from multiple locations at least. We cannot do from multiple, each and every home, but we should be doing testing from multiple locations, multiple geographical locations, right? So that is why we need to ask this query to the client. How much important is the sitting location of your end users, right? And then any queries, guys, before I move to the next slide? Is it clear, or still any confusion? Guys, any queries, or is it clear?
It's clear, sir.
Okay.
Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. What are the response time SLAs of your application? Again, this information will be given by business analyst tip. So this also falls under business requirements. What are the response time SLAs of your application, right? And I had already explained what is meant by response time SLA. I think we already discussed in one of the previous session, right?
Yes, sir. Time
Yes,
taken
sir.
from
Service
the
level
user
agreement.
request to he
Right.
got the
Response time
response.
SLAs means every application will have certain SLAs like this. Homepage should be loaded in 2 seconds, or login should be loaded in 3 seconds. These are just examples that I give, right? Need not be exactly, but these are some examples. But every application will have some SLA. Okay. Now we are asking the client, what are the response time SLAs? Important question, guys. Okay. Let me highlight this. What are the response time SLAs of the application? One of the important business requirements. Okay. And what is the peak load time on production server? Next one is, what is the peak load time on the production server? Means at what time there will be peak load, and what is the maximum user load at that time? For example, if you take Facebook again, maximum number of US based users log on to Facebook at 8 p.m. it seems. Maximum number of US based users. In US, they will leave the office sharp by sharp 5 o'clock, right? And they maybe they reach home, and maybe they will use Facebook at 8 p.m., isn't it? Most of the users, not everyone, but most of the users will be using Facebook at 8 p.m. EST, it seems, right? And on peak load time, how many users are accessing the system? See, ఏ టైంలో యూస్ చేస్తారు అనేది మనకు అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, బట్ on peak load time, at that time, how many users are accessing the application? What is the maximum load at that time? Okay. Facebook is accessed by up to 10 million users during peak hours, it seems. Right? 10 million users during peak hours. Maybe this number might have increased more by to 20 million or 30 million now. Right? But we need to ask, like, what is the peak load, peak user load on your application? Or what is the max user load on the application? To understand this, I gave this example of GHMC website. And I think, yesterday or day before yesterday, I had observed that in the evening time, this application is having more number of users in the evening time. So right now, in the morning time, it will be having 25,000, right? We almost saw same number on the morning time during the session time, isn't it? But in the evening time, if you observe this in the today evening, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, can you please observe this, anyone, and share a screenshot? Okay, check this website and share a screenshot of this today evening. Share a screenshot in your WhatsApp group, guys. Right? Please share it. You have a WhatsApp group, right, for this batch? Share it in the WhatsApp group. Check it at evening time around 6 or 7, and it will be around 40,000 users. That means that is the peak load of this application. That is the maximum load of this application. Which one? This GHMC website. Clear, guys? So similarly, each application will have some peak load and during particular time in a day, right? We need to ask what is that peak load time. Next, is clear, guys? And the next one is, what will be the workload model? What will be the workload model? What is meant by workload model? Suppose there is a Facebook application. Everyone will not be adding posts, right? See, all of us are using Facebook, but doesn't mean that every day we will be adding post. Yes or no? Sometimes we will be weaving post. We'll just weaving post, or clicking like, or posting a comment, etc. Yes or no?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So all users will not do the same activity on the application. Yes or no? Every user will not do the same activity on the application. Right? Now, what is workload model? Very important concept in performance testing, guys. What is workload model? Workload model means user load distribution across the business flows of the application. I'll explain this. Across the business flows of the application is called as workload model. Okay. User load distribution across the business flows of the application. Let me explain what does that actually mean. If you remember previously, we discussed about critical business flows of the application, right? For example, if you take any travel application, okay, we take any travel application or make it, we'll take a e-commerce application to make it simplified. I'll take a e-commerce application like Amazon or Flipkart or JioMart or Myntra, etc. Right? So we'll take a e-commerce application like Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra or JioMart or BigBasket, etc. Okay. Now, if you take any e-commerce application, and let's assume that there are 1 lakh users. 1 lakh users, 1 lakh is the maximum user load during a particular hour in a day, right? Now, all those 1 lakh users, is it clear so far, guys? All those 1 lakh users, suppose assume that there are 1 lakh users during the peak load, right? రోజులో ఏదో ఒక టైంలో maximum number of users ఉంటారు. Let's assume that it is 1 lakh for a moment, right? Let's assume that it is 1 lakh users. But does all the 1 lakh users place an order only?
No, you can perform different activities.
Right. Some may be searching for a product, some may be ordering product, some may be tracking their order, previous order, some may log in to return a product, right? Some may cancel an order, and some may be visiting dashboard pages, isn't it? So different users will be doing different activities, right? Now, how many users are doing searching product, search product? For example, out of these 1 lakh users, maybe 5,000 users or 10,000 users may be searching for a product. And like 5,000 only, or such product there will be more number of users, right? Let us take it as 30,000 out of this 1 lakh. Let's assume that 30,000 users will be searching for a product, and let's say 10,000 users may be placing an order. So this is called as user load distribution across the business flows of the application, right? And that is nothing but workload model. Technically, it is called as workload model. And the same is explained here. There is one more example that is explained here. This is the workload model of Facebook application. Example of Facebook application. 1 million users can concurrently log in. See, out of this 10 million, right? 1 million users may be concurrently logging in. They may be at the login page. 4 million can view posts. At a time, 4 million can view post, it seems. And 1 million can add post. Others may be simply browsing. They may be simply, or they may be, some may be clicking like or adding comment, etc. Right? So this is called as workload model. Is it clear what is meant by workload model, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And now, next one is how many simultaneous users the application intends to support. How many simultaneous users the application intends to support. Now, this is another next important interview question in performance testing. One of the very, very, very important interview question in performance testing. What is the difference between concurrent and simultaneous users? Concurrent and simultaneous users. Okay. Yes, what is the difference between concurrent and simultaneous users, Satish?
The users which are logging into the application, they are doing different actions, like someone in the login page, someone using in the browse. They are considered as concurrent users. Some simultaneous users means like if we taking as a IRCTC applications at the 10 o'clock, like we have a Tatkal, right? So at the same time, like they are using only one action only. That is called a simultaneous.
Right. Perfect. So concurrent users means users who are, using an application, all the users who are using an application or a business flow, right? Those are called as concurrent users. Whereas simultaneous users means, suppose if you take the, Tatkal example, there will be lakhs of, or there will be thousands of users at least. Okay. During Tatkal time, there will be thousands of users who will try to make payment at the same time. Yes or no? Because Tatkal window gets closed in Tatkal quota tickets will be completed in 5 or 10 minutes, isn't it? Now there will be a lot of users who will be doing the same transaction. So simultaneous users means all the users who are doing same transaction at any point of time. Simultaneous users means all the users who are performing same transaction same transaction at any point of time. At any point of time. They are called as simultaneous users who are doing the same transaction, like say payment or login transaction. Suppose, suppose 50,000 users are trying to log in at the same time. Those are called as simultaneous users. But like some users might have already logged in. Some users may be searching for ticket availability. Some users may be entering the passenger details, etc., etc. So those are called as concurrent users. Is it clear now what is the difference between concurrent and simultaneous? One of the important entry questions in performance testing, guys, or one of the important concept for performance testing. Yes, sir, no, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then next one is, are there any time constraints for running the test? Are there any time constraints for running the test? Means performance testing here, to run the performance testing. Okay, or to execute performance testing, right? So example, server can be accessed outside business hours. What is meant by business hours, guys?
Working hours.
Working hours, right? Working hours are, if you take net banking application, what is meant by business hours? That doesn't have any working hours, right? If you take any net banking application example, right? So that will not have working hours. But what is meant by business hours of the net banking application? Understood my question or no? Will there be any working hours for net banking application? It will work throughout the day, right?
Yes, sir.
Then what is meant by business hours of a net banking application? Business hour means at what time business happens on that application, or at what time most of the users will be accessing the application. Right?
Means a work time, right?
Using time. From what time to what time users will be accessing mostly. Most of the users will be accessing the application.
Okay.
Right? That is business hours. Okay. And now server, do we have any time constraints for running the test? Means, are there any, like conditions that we need to execute the test from so and so time only? Or should we execute outside the business hours? Right? Our server can be accessed from only 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. like that, something like that. Right? So this is another important business requirement that we ask. And then would you like to share any additional information? So if we did not cover anything, does the client want to share any additional information? That would be the last one, right? So we have almost, we have 33 requirements or 33 questions that we can ask to the client across these, general architectural and business requirements. Of course, there may be some more also. But these are the important ones, and important one that you need to remember are highlighted in each slide, right? Those are the important ones that you need to remember for interview purpose. Okay, so that's all for, for requirement gathering. Now, before we move to the next slide, any queries? Do we have some more time? I think we have some more. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, we have some more time. Any queries, guys? Or we'll take 2 to 3 minutes for any queries, and then we'll conclude the call it off a day.
Sir, I'm still not I still didn't get access for classroom notes. I
Class
just
notes
have
document.
class notes,
Okay, I'll do it now. Let me stop recording and I'll do it right away.
Yes.
So this is our Insta page, guys. MGM, search for MGM IT Training. You will get on Instagram, and we are sharing a lot of referral openings also, or referral openings on this Insta page. And our institute updates, new batch updates. And last month we conducted, not last month, this month, sorry, this month only we conducted our first scripting contest. We invited, Rupesh Garg, who is the CEO of this Frugal Testing. Okay. He's the founder and CEO of Frugal Testing, pure testing based company. So we invited them, and we had felicitated all the participants, okay, of that scripting contest. And these are the pics that you are seeing. Those are the pics that you are seeing. He came along with his wife, who is the CTO. He's CEO and she is CTO. And these are the participation certificates that we had given to them. So we are planning to conduct this every month. Every month we are planning to conduct this scripting test. So once you start JMeter next month, maybe next month, the next month scripting contest, we are planning it on August 17th actually. By that time, if you start scripting, you can also participate. Or if some of you already have some experience on JMeter or LoadRunner, right? So tool is your choice. You can use either LoadRunner or JMeter. Tool is right. Whatever tool you are more comfortable, you can do scripting using that tool. The next scripting test will be on 17th August. Okay. Some people are already having some performance testing experience, right? On some other tool, isn't it? So Satish and all, like I expect you also to participate in the next scripting contest. Okay. And we are giving cash prizes, by the way. Okay. We are going to give cash prizes for 3 cash prizes. First, second, and third prize. All right, guys, any queries? And the cash prizes are only for offline participants, not for online participants. Okay. So those who come to the venue and participate offline only will be eligible for cash prize if you complete scripting within the given time. And offline participants are also eligible for our one unique program called Earn While You Learn. This is one unique program that we are offering to our only for our classroom participants, not for online participants. So that you can make some money during the training and you can get this training at net to net zero cost. Understood, guys? So this Earn While You Learn program is only for offline participants. And what is this referral program is like you can refer any of your friends and like you will be eligible to get if they come for offline training and take placement, you will get up to 5,000 as referral amount. If they take placement assistance also from us. Okay. Not everyone, but if those who take placement assistance from us, if you refer those kind of candidates, like, we are, you refer now and, like you will get some amount for classroom training. But if they take placement assistance, you will get up to 5,000 as a referral amount, not for freshers, those who are keeping experience and, those who take placement assistance from us, they will get 5,000. Otherwise also you will get some amount, but depends on how much fees they pay. Is it clear, guys? So with this, I'll stop it here for today. We'll connect back on Monday. Daily, we are sharing a lot of openings daily. For example, this is about IBM requirement. IBM is having 70 positions in performance testing, it seems. So basically, this Instagram doesn't, it is not accommodating the complete image. That is why it got, but I have that. I can show you that, the original forwarded image that I have. So IBM is having 70 performance testing openings for 2 to 7 years experience, it seems. So one of our current batch student, shared this requirement. She is working in IBM and she had shared this requirement. And the same image is posted to my Instagram page, right? So IBM is having, so you can see here, you can see the count. Is it clear? 70 new lateral hires in the next 2 months. They want to hire 70 people in the next 2 months. And majority of them are for LoadRunner. See here, guys, LR mainly, right? Mainly LoadRunner, and 50 positions are for Bangalore. Out of these 70, 50 positions are for Bangalore, Mysore, and then remaining 20 are for Mysore and Chennai. Okay. So we are sharing these kind of openings on our Insta page regularly. Please follow our page, guys. If you did not start following our Insta page, please follow it. These are openings in Globant, and like these are the recent ones posted, like couple of days back only, this month only. Spruce Infotech. This is for, I think this is for Infosys. This is a consultancy which is recruiting for Infosys or CTS. And then, like some performance testing concepts, some images. If I found something interesting or, useful, I'm sharing all those also. And these are fresher openings for, on cyber security. Okay. We are planning to start cyber security training also, guys. So, and tech systems is having a lot of openings in performance testing for 4+, 5+, and 4+, and 5+. Yes, as per this mail. Okay, then see you on Monday. I am closing the meeting and information. Right. So we'll have, weekly test and monthly test case. Okay. As I explained in the demo session, we'll have weekly and monthly test as you see here. We'll have weekly and monthly assessment. Okay. So first week assessment, I will share it as online, both online and offline. And monthly assessment will be for only for classroom participants. Okay. Because that is a written test. And I wanted to, those to attend, or to attempt the test in front of us. So recently we had started this month only. This monthly retention test was started only this month, and it will be something like this. Let me show you that, and I'll close the session. Non-functional requirements plan 7. Yes. This is how it will be. So you will have, in all weekly test, you will have MCQ, multiple choice questions. Whereas in the monthly test, you will have descriptive questions and answers like this. Okay. There will be 40 questions in this. In weekly test, you will have only 15. Every week, you will have 15 multiple choice questions. Here, you will have descriptive questions like this. So one, which should be answered in 1 or 2 lines. Okay. I'm not showing you the complete, but I'm going to change these questions, by the way. That is why I'm showing this. So the first 10 questions will be changed. That is why I'm showing this. So we are going to conduct a monthly test as well, along with our weekly test. Right. And there is also something called unique program called unique program called Earn Value Loan. This is for those for our offline participants only, which I had shown on the Insta page. Right. So those details, I can share it to only offline participants. All right, then. So with this, I'll close it. Yes, it's already 9:20. Let me update the tracker and I'll close it for today. So there is your class batch tracker here.